Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Coming to you live again for a second time today. Anybody see what's going on over here with XRP? Guys, it seems like we've got summary judgment today. Oh my gosh. And it's apparently good. Yeah, let's take a look at some stuff here real quick. XRP's price has jammed straight back up to the top of the range, hitting 56 cents currently. This all happened in like a 1 minute just explosion here happening on the price chart. Everything's kind of happening quickly. I decided to go live immediately because things are moving so fast and the news is just coming out. Let's read this here. Eleanor Tourette posted over here on Twitter. Breaking: Judge Torres says Ripple's sales of XRP do not constitute investment contracts. Documents and details to come. Guys, everybody's like sitting here worrying about secondary sales. Did we just get a ruling that even Ripple's sales are not securities? Because if Ripple's not securities, Ripple's sales aren't securities, what the... do we just get like massively green lighted in the secondary market if Ripple's in the clear? All right, let's read this here. Apparently we don't have the full summary judgment out yet. We'll go through some of the stuff that's already out. We'll go through what other people are saying, and we'll see if the price continues to explode. Oh my gosh, there it goes. Okay, 56. Trying to knock on 57's door. There we go, 56. There we go. So now we just took out the Bill Hinman emails. Bill Hinman emails height just got taken out. There it goes. It's happening. Let's go. No, I don't have it. I don't have it. Hold on. Why is this on a Thursday? This should have been yesterday. It is a Wednesday. You know it, guys. It's just gotta happen for a second here. All right, I won't do that to you. Okay, yeah, there we go. XRP 58 cents. Let's read it. Let's stop playing around. There's people who want information here. All right, entry number 874 in the Securities and Exchange Commission versus Ripple Labs. Order: granting in part and denying in part 621 motion for summary judgment. For the foregoing reasons, the SEC's motion for summary judgment is granted as to the institutional sales and otherwise denied. Defendant's motion for summary judgment is granted as to the programmatic sales, the other distributions, and Larson's and Garlinghouse's sales, and denied as to the institution of sales. The court shall issue a separate order setting a trial date and related pre-trial deadlines in due course. The clerk in court is directed to terminate the motions. So according to this, Judge Torres says Ripple sales do not constitute investment contracts. I saw this posted. Hold on. The thing that immediately got me is I saw it from an account I would otherwise have not thought would be posting this, which is DB. Over here, DB had posted Ripple sales of XRP do not constitute an offer of an investment contract from the judge. I'm like, what the heck is this headline? Because who do you think you would have heard all this from first? James Filan, right? DB, this account usually has breaking news right away. It was the one that broke the news this morning of Mashinsky's arrest. And somehow this comes out. And then shortly thereafter, Fred Rispoli says, boom, summary judgment is in and it's a doozy. But the SEC took a big loss. Ripple programmatic sales are not investment contracts. Take that to the bank. Okay, we just took out the height set back in March, guys. Boy. Okay. There we go. Who's going? Of course, Stellar Lumens goes up with it. Of course, Stellar Lumens goes up with it. Oh my goodness, guys. So now it's going to pretty much be hunting for new information to see if we can get some information out of here. But we just saw the price shoot up 25% today. JVs. If Ripple's programmatic sales are not investment contracts, then there's no way that secondary market XRP can be seen as an investment contract. And so Fred Rispoli right here, he just says, Judge Torres, tell me your ruling on secondary sales of XRP without telling me your ruling on secondary sales of XRP, just because of by default, if Ripple's programmatic sales are not investment contracts, then there's no way the secondary market of XRP can be seen as an investment contract. Wow, here we go. Here's Crypto Eddie saying, hey, congratulations and thank you to everyone who had faith in John, Stu, and all the attorneys that supported the XRP Army and company Ripple. And most of all those who fought the good fight to the end. Soar, XRP, soar. You deserve it. Man, is it happening? Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's shooting up. Bitcoin's up to over $31,000 today. 28%, 60 cents for XRP. XRP now up over 60, just crossed the 60-cent line. Holy guacamoles. Wyckoff accumulation? Spring? Time the good news, baby. Time the good news. Right where it's supposed to happen. Hold on. You live in a simulation. Wait, let's go back. I screwed that up. Put that on log. That should show up now, right? Put it on Binance. What do you think the chances are that that happens where it happens after all this, guys? There it is. All that time, guys. 85.5%. And then like magic, as we get there, within 5 days. How many days total? 821 days. And within 5 of it happening, it happens. We get summary judgment. The magical unicorn fairy dust. The puppet master's pulling the puppet string, God or a simulation. It freaking happened. All right. I'm going to try to find us more stuff real quick to see if we can get more information. For those who are just tuning in, here we go. Here's what Eleanor Tourette from Fox Business News just posted. She says, Judge Torres says Ripple sales of XRP do not constitute investment contracts, documents and details to come. And then, of course, Fred Rispoli says, Judge Torres, tell me your ruling on secondary sales of XRP without telling me your ruling on secondary sales of XRP because we just sent, by default, sure seems like we just got the green light here. So this is legal jargon in here. Granting in part and denying in part motion 621 motion of summary judgment for the foregoing reasons. The SEC's motion for summary judgment is granted as to the institutional sales and otherwise denied. Defendant's motion for summary judgment is granted as to the programmatic sales, the other distributions, and Larson's and Garlinghouse's sales, and denied as to the institutional sales. The court shall issue a separate order setting a trial date and related pretrial deadlines in due course. So I'm not sure what that means for a trial date and pretrial deadlines in due course, but I'm definitely seeing the lawyers chiming in. And I'm trying to figure, and they're all seeming excited. So I'm trying to read through these things as we go. So what Jesse Haynes is saying Everyone, I know we are excited, but headlines like this are misleading. I have not finished the decision, but what I have seen so far is that Ripple institutional sales are investment contracts, but programmatic sales are not. And for what I have seen, they have not addressed secondary market sales. Look, man, if programmatic sales aren't, then why would secondary sales be? Jesse has good insights, but he's always taken that counter argument. By default, how can you have programmatic sales and then secondary sales be securities? All right, 59.85 cents currently for XRP, breaking out above the March height. This is the highest we have seen XRP's price dating back to May of 2022. Xenogan says, blockchain backer, any idea why Ledger still shows XRP at 48 cents? Don't worry about nano ledgers or whatever. Their API's slow. Doesn't matter. The price is whatever you can sell it for on an exchange. Right now, you can sell it on Binance for 60 cents. That's the price. Doesn't matter what Ledger says. So there we go, guys. As we got to the very end of accumulation, after Wyckoff accumulation, Wyckoff spring in the market, the order has been issued. Within 5 days of this fractal coming to a conclusion, after 821 days, we were within 5 days of this explosion happening. Fred Risipoli had asked me on Twitter, he's like, so BCB, when are we going to get it? And I was like, well, July 18th through 21st sounds about right. Wrong. July 13th. July 13th, we are getting it. So we're waiting for some stuff to come out right now and waiting to get more information from lawyers. Let me see if Jeremy Hogan has posted anything. Come on, Jeremy. We don't have time for you to sit there and think. What about John? He hasn't commented either. These guys are probably sitting there reading like a hawk right now, waiting to make sure that whatever they say doesn't sound stupid, which I can appreciate. As for me, I just jumped on live. But look, we could see actually a lot going on in the market. You see Solana up 11%. Solana, obviously one of those coins that was named in the Coinbase and Binance lawsuits. You could see Stellar Lumens up 11%. Matic, I believe Matic was named as well. Excuse me if I'm wrong on that one. But Matic up over 10%. Optimism up 9%. Those are kind of your big winners. And then Bitcoin sitting at $30,990. So trying to fight through that $31,000. But here we go. Big action over here in XRP as it now is currently sitting at the highest price it has in over a year. So we haven't seen these prices since May. It's been a year and 2 months. And the height that we got to back there in March, we were sitting above that right now. So it's kind of like we just had this little bit of a breakout. So this will be interesting to see how this progresses. So throughout today, I'm guessing over the course of the next several hours, we're going to start getting a whole lot more input from the different attorneys, their thoughts on it. It sounds like not all sales are considered not as investment contracts. So Breaking Taurus says Ripple sales of XRP do not constitute investment contracts. It sounds like in part some of them are, according to Jesse Haynes, that they're institutional sales. Some are granted as to their institutional sales and otherwise denied. Granted as to their programmatic sales, and the defendant's motion for summary judgment. So it's granted to them in regards to programmatic sales, other distributions, and Larson's and Garlinghouse's sales. So they're saying that programmatic sales, other distributions, Larson's and Garlinghouse's sales, that they win on that one, but they're denied as to the institutional sales, and the granted to the SEC for the institutional sales, and then denied for everything else. So the only thing that is deemed a security is Ripple's institutional sales. So we'll have to see what the definition of that is, and then as pertaining to everything else. But how programmatic sales, other distributions, Larson's, Garlinghouse's sales. If Larson's sales, okay, here we go. So they're saying secondary sales, right? If Larson's sales and if Garlinghouse's sales are not investment contracts, then how could secondary sales be investment contracts, right? So the programmatic sales, the other distributions, the Larsons, Garling houses, all of those, by law of not being stupid, it tells me secondary sales fall into that bucket. How else could Larson and Garling House not be selling investment contracts in XRP? But you and me are. So this is probably one of the most exciting moments, obviously, for us who have been through this in a long time, waiting to get more updates from the big dogs who are reading through this right now. So I'm certain that Jeremy Hogan, John Deaton, waiting for Stu to come out. So waiting for somebody from Ripple to come out and make a statement currently right now. I haven't seen anything as of yet. So there you go. There's XRP's price, currently sitting at 59 cents, highest price that we have seen over the course of the last year and 2 months, right? Here we go. Coining posts it. Here we go. Summary judgment is in. See below. Do we dare read this thing? Ugh. It's so long. Okay, here we go. There she is. Let me post this so you guys can have it. Here you go. I'll post the link in the chat. There you go. All right, so how do we do? Let's just search for granted. Right. Before the court of the parties cross motions for summary judgment for the reasons stated below, the SEC's motion is granted in part and denied in part, and the defendant's motion is granted in part and denied in part. Oh, okay, we should read what it says probably. Okay, plaintiff, the Securities and Exchange Commission brings action against defendants Ripple Labs and 2 of its senior leaders, Bradley Garlinghouse and Chris A. Larson, alleging that the defendants engaged in unlawful offer and sale of securities in violation of Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933. The SEC also alleges that Garlinghouse and Larson aided and abetted Ripple's Section 5 violations. Before the court are the parties' cross motions for summary judgment. For the reasons stated below, the SEC's motion is granted in part and denied in part. Right, we're looking at the right one, right? 713, okay. Okay, that's expert testimony. Let's see if there's a word secondary. Okay. I'm just going to read this. Therefore, the vast majority of individuals who purchase XRP from digital exchange did not invest their money. Okay, this. Hold on. We don't want to read this as being from the judge. This could be from. All right. The court addresses Ripple's programmatic sales, which occurred under different circumstances from the institutional sales. The SEC alleges that the programmatic sales to public buyers, which is programmatic buyers on digital asset exchanges, Ripple understood that people were speculating on XRP as an investment, explicitly targeted speculators, and made increased speculative volume a target goal. Having considered the economic reality of the programmatic sales, the court concludes that the undisputed record does not establish the third Howey prong, whereas the institutional buyers reasonably expected that Ripple would use the capital it received from its sales to improve the XRP ecosystem and thereby increase the price of XRP. Programmatic buyers could not reasonably expect the same. That'd be you and me. Indeed, Ripple's programmatic sales were blind bid-ask transactions, and programmatic buyers could not have known if their payment of money went to Ripple or any other seller of XRP. Ripple's programmatic sales represented less than 1% of the global XRP trading volume. Therefore, the vast majority of individuals who purchased XRP from the digital asset exchanges did not invest their money in Ripple at all. An institutional buyer knowingly purchased XRP directly from Ripple pursuant to a contract. But the economic reality is that a programmatic buyer stood in the same shoes as a secondary market purchaser who did not know to whom or what it was paying its money. Further, it's not enough for the SEC to argue that Ripple explicitly targeted speculators or that Ripple understood that people were speculating on XRP as an investment. SEC memorandum, I guess, at 28, because the speculative motion on part of the purchaser or seller does not evidence the evidence of an investment contract within the meaning of the Securities Act. Anyone who buys or sells a horse or an automobile hopes to realize a profitable investment, but the expected return is not contingent upon the continuing efforts of others. The relevant inquiry is whether this speculative motive derived from the entrepreneurial or managerial efforts of others. It may certainly be the case that many programmatic buyers purchased XRP with an expectation of profit, but they did not derive that expectation from Ripple's efforts, as opposed to other factors such as general cryptocurrency market trends. Let's go! I did my best to explain this, guys, and prayed that it would get in front of the courts. Man, when I made my videos, I swear I made them hoping the judge would see it. Particularly because none of the programmatic buyers were aware that they were buying XRP from Ripple, right? So when you went to an exchange, you knew you weren't buying. You probably even knew it, right? Like you didn't think there was a chance you're buying it from Ripple. You probably knew you weren't. You're buying it from some other dude on an exchange. Of course, some programmatic buyers may have purchased XRP with the expectation of profits to be derived from Ripple's efforts. However, the inquiry is an objective one, focusing on the promises and offers made to investors. It is not a search for the precise motivation of each individual participant. Oh, Brad Garlinghouse tweeted. Let's go check it out. We got to stop. We got to stop. Jesse Hayes, also the guy who was critical that we just talked about, says, I've had a chance to fully review the summary judgment ruling for the SEC versus Ripple case, and this appears to be a win. Ripple is likely going to take a ding. Some things are going to go to trial, but the secondary status of XRP is unclear, but I still think Coinbase relists after all of this. All right, Brad, what do you got for us, man? We said in December of 2020 that we were on the right side of the law and will be on the right side of history. Thankful to everyone who helped us get to today's decision, one that is for all crypto innovation in the US. More to come. And let's start planning that proper party. Let's go! Let's go! Look at this market. Dude, it's like not real. It's just a random freaking Thursday, man. Wait, it's a Thursday, right? that's what Jeremy Hogan always said. Oh my gosh. Oh man. We got 5,300 people in here and there's 961 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, we just won summary judgment. Hit the like button. All right, let's see if we can get something from where am I? Yeah. Okay, this is great. Here we go. Oh man, it's such a busy day. It's like trying to get it all out. XRP as a digital token is not in itself a contract transaction scheme. Wait, let's find it. Let's find it. All right, what page am I on so I can come back? 24 if I ever want to come back. XRP as a digital. Here we go. Guys, page 15. XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract transaction or a scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. There it is. There it is. That's it. That is it. Put that big. XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howard requirements of an investment contract. Oh, man. Remember where you were. July 13th, 2023. All the people, man, here since December. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, I'm silent here with 5,900 people in here. What a ride. We're here. Jeez, I see memberships flying through the roof, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so where are we? Brad has tweeted. He says we said in December of 2020 that we were on the right side of the law and we'll be on the right side of history. Thankful to everyone who helped us get to today's decision, one that is for all of crypto innovation in the United States. More to come, and let's start planning that proper party. I don't know about you guys. I will be at wherever the next XRP Las Vegas is, and I will be at that party for sure. This has been a time of absolute perseverance, a long period of perseverance. A lot of you guys went through it the whole time. The magical unicorn fairy dust and the puppet masters that pull the puppet strings did time it perfectly. As we talked about this thing, our timing had it between July 18th to 21st. Ends up being July 13th. Guys, we've got it. We got it. So the big thing in here is that the XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, a transaction, or a scheme that embodies the Howard requirements of an investment contract. So the asset itself is not a security, XRP. They say that Garlinghouse's sales, Larson's sales, programmatic sales, and other sales by Ripple were not securities transactions. It did rule that the institutional sales were investment contracts. So if Ripple was selling to other institutions, those sales were investment contracts. However, all other sales are not. And then we see clearly right here, XRP as a digital token is not in itself a contract. And I just think that belongs on Twitter. That deserves a highlight. And it belongs on Twitter. Sorry. I guess I could do that later. We don't need to keep 6,700 people waiting. But it's our big day, guys. It's one of these moments where you're like, even me, I didn't think the ruling would be this good. No way. I didn't think it would. Like, here we go. We're above 60 cents still. We were sitting at the highest price in a year and 2 months. The ruling is just unreal. So not only do we have like all the setups in crypto that we've been talking about for the last week, not only do we have the macro conditions, not only do we have the US dollar currency index breaking down, guys, we just got summary judgment, and XRP in itself is not a security. Dang, man. Man. All right. Let's go. I can't believe it. 20 minutes ago, just minding my business. What the heck, man? Oh my gosh. Geez. All right. Let's see if we can get anybody else on Twitter giving us some good input here from like Deaton. I'll leave this on the screen. That one right there. Just here we go. Filan finally posted. He did 35 minutes ago. Geez, this is 35 minutes ago. Time is flying. I've been live for half an hour. What does Filan say? So it sounds like Ripple's probably going to have to go to trial in regards to the institutional sales. So, okay, I'm going through trying to find more. So Jesse says, right, we don't get an official ruling on secondary sales. So I think she chooses not to rule on secondary sales. The secondary stat, right. The court does not address whether secondary market sales of XRP constitute offers and sales of investment contracts because that question is not properly before the court. Whether a secondary market sale constitutes of an investment contract would depend on the totality of the circumstances and the economic reality of the specific contract, transaction, or scheme, which makes perfect sense, right? So right here, we get, I've had a chance to fully review the summary judgment ruling in the SEC versus Ripple case. XRP, and this appears to be a win. Ripple is likely going to take a ding. Some things are going to go to trial, and the secondary status of XRP is unclear. But I still think Coinbase relists after this. And right here, the Ripple summary judgment decision is in. Here's a broad summary. We'll break it down further. Institutional sales by Ripple are investment contracts. Programmatic sales by Ripple are not investment contracts. The court chooses not to address secondary market sales and then explains why. It says the court does not address whether secondary market sales of XRP constitute offers and sales of investment contracts because the question is not properly before the court. Whether a secondary market sale constitutes a offer or sale of an investment contract would depend on the totality of the circumstances and the economic reality of that specific contract, transaction, or scheme, right? And I think that kind of goes back to what we've been seeing with the SEC alleging that Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, all these staking platforms have been treating these assets as a security. So could you treat XRP as a security, right? Possibly. So can you put a broad blanket statement over all of it and say all secondary sales that don't have to do with Ripple constitute not a security? Not necessarily. However, she does address it by saying the XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, a transaction, or a scheme that embodies the Howey requirements as an investment contract. So in an example of just you and me trading it back and forth, is there an investment contract there? No. Could it be treated as one in some other secondary type sale where we're like, hey, give it to me. And if you give it to me, I promise to give you some profit. Or if you buy it off of me, I promise to give you some profit and you're going to make money because I'm going to do something with it. In that circumstance, it might be. And it could be a security contract or an investment contract in that situation. But the token in itself, no, it's not a contract. And it's not a contract in Ripple. So I think that's the big victory to take from there as we sit right here. And Jesse Haynes does acknowledge and say, who is often critical, he even believes this was good enough for Coinbase to relist it. So Ah! What a ride. And we got some price appreciation to go with it, guys. We got price to break out above 60 cents. So, holy guac. Holy guac. XRP is up 30% today, guys. Let's go. Dude, we've been going through this for so long. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how long we've been in this thing. So now the question is, are we gonna kind of settle out here for a minute? Was that like the initial spike of fun, and then we need more market conditions to keep this thing pumping up really higher? But definitely we saw, like, guys, we've been looking at the whole market, right? That we are primed for this type of behavior. And the magical unicorn fairy dust, puppet masters pulling the puppet strings, God, a simulation. It all showed up at just the right time. I hope that changed your worldview a little bit on how life works and whether this is a big fat simulation or is it all plans within plans? Is it all watched and timed to occur when it's supposed to occur? But we got it. This is where we were supposed to get it. This is where we're supposed to get summary of judgment, and we got it. So, hey, we got 8,000 people out here. If you could hit the like button, it'd be absolutely incredible. The big thing, of course, in here, if you're just tuning in, is XRP as a digital token is not in and itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. That's the big news today. Brad Garlinghouse came out and said, we said in December of 2020 that we were on the right side of the law and we'll be on the right side of history. Thankful to everyone who helped us get to today's decision. One that is for all of crypto innovation in the U.S. There's more to come. And so awesome. So awesome. It feels like even me, I've felt like there's stuff I've had to keep a lid on my mouth about. Look at this. XRP is trending with 404,000 tweets. Oh, man. Just to try to be respectful of the case and not try to mess stuff up for anything and just be cool. And I'm just so happy. I'm trying to find other posts all over Twitter are people are just like, we're mooning, obviously with price sitting at 60 cents, 61 cents today. We're the highest we've been. As Wyckoff accumulation reaches its ending point, price shoots straight to the upside. Absolutely phenomenal to see that happen as the price is up 30% this morning. Following behind, you got several followers joining the party as well. You have Stellar Lumens there at 13%, Solana at 12%, Matic at 11%, Cardano almost at 10%, and Optimism at 10%. So we have price action happening here as well. And Bitcoin's fighting against $31,000 right now coming off of this news as well. I can't believe it, man. Let's see here. Fred Rispoli says there's so much good stuff in here for XRP, so much bad stuff for almost every other crypto. It's looking like a lot of projects will still have to run the Ripple gauntlet to get to the same place. That is interesting. Fred Rispoli dropping bombs there. There's so much good stuff here. There's so much good stuff in here for XRP. There's so much bad stuff for almost every other crypto. It's looking like a lot of projects will still have to run the Ripple gauntlet to get to the same place. So who's the winner in here? It almost feels like the winner out of the way I'm interpreting that from Fred is that this ruling, which of course I'm waiting to hear from the smart people in the room, such as John Deaton and Jeremy Hogan, that this is very beneficial for XRP. Not necessarily every asset out there. The thing that we always kind of talked about, how will this go? It almost seems that, according to Fred, this ruling was phenomenal for XRP specifically, not necessarily everybody. So we'll see. I don't want to jump on that and say that I know that, but that's what we're seeing. Frog, 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 frog. I'm not going to do the frog. 8,000 people just said, what the heck just happened? All right, so there you go. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to this wonderful channel, please hit the subscribe button. Looks like maybe we can cross over a milestone today. All right, need that PDF. Frog, here, I'll give you guys the PDF link right here. There's 8,000 people here. Check the chat if you want it. I'm posting the link in here to the Dropbox. There we go. XRP, 61 cents. So, all right, outside of price mooning, I'm trying to think, is there anything else we should cover here right now? We've gotten word out of Brad Garlinghouse. He has chalked this up as a big victory for us. I think the biggest wording that we all see in here is XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself an investment contract or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. We got the release of this information to show up exactly where we, I know it sounds goofy, guys, where we say puppet master pulling the puppet string, magical unicorn fairy dust, but we intentionally make it sound that goofy because it's funny how these things do end up working out. And sure enough, as we approach the end, as Wyckoff accumulation came to a completion, outcome summary judgment in favor of XRP. So what a phenomenal thing. Let me see if Jeremy Hogan has commented. He has not yet. John, have you commented yet? You have not. Stuart Alderati, have you made a statement yet? You have not. So we have not had those statements released yet. The statement we have received so far is from Brad Garlinghouse saying, we said in December 2020 that we're on the right side of the law and we'll be on the right side of history. Thankful to everyone who helped us get to today's decision, one that is for all of crypto innovation in the US, and there's more to come. And let's start planning that proper party. What am I doing? I like that. I like that. I will share that. There we go. And I'll share that one too. So for those who weren't here during this time, when this all started, it started 3 days before Christmas, maybe 2 days. It felt like I think it was 3 days before Christmas. And it ruined the holidays. It completely ruined the holidays when it happened. And my wife even got me a bunch of shirts and hats and XRP memorabilia. My wife had to tell our family at the Christmas party, don't bring up XRP. You know, I was doing YouTube at the time, right? I'd already been doing blockchain backer for over a year at that point. And they were like, just look, so you had to go pre-warn everybody, don't bring it up, don't talk about it. Just kind of leave them alone about that topic. And it's hard to believe that was in 2020. It was a long time ago. And today, here we are. It's over. So. Man. All right. So otherwise, I'm trying to think, outside of like reading this document to you guys, let's kind of getting through things. I haven't addressed the super chats in here. You guys have been very generous. I've been seeing that stuff fly through, but I know we've had a lot going on here. So I'm gonna try to get through those pretty quickly. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button to catch more incredible live coverage from me every day in Markets in the Morning and my daily YouTube videos. But this is our ultimate victory today, guys. XRP as a digital token is not in itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies a Howey requirement of an investment contract. That is the big kicker today. That's the one that should all celebrate. If you're at work, you go tell your boss you're done today. I'm taking a half day today. I'm hanging out with the boys. You know, Unreal. What a surprise. And it just seems so much better. And the amazing thing about it too is that she did rule that the institutional sales are investment contracts, and that makes perfect sense that they are, right? If they're doing institutional sales, promising that something's going to happen, right? So incredible. Now we wait for the bigger news of announcements, analysis by the attorneys, thorough analysis by the respected individuals within the community, and then whether or not we're going to start seeing these relistings come in here. But guys, we got it to show. Here's the great thing. This is the part as a chartist, right? As somebody who just looks at charts and everything like that, and see the twisted web of events that always occur on charts when they're supposed to occur on charts. How relieving it is, even for me, not just to get that. I know a lot of people needed this to just feel that they weren't crazy for the last 2.5 years, for the last 3 years. I'm not crazy. I know I'm on the right side. I know I'm not crazy. You have just been validated, right? And I think that's important in itself, especially with the level of corruption that appears to be involved with all of this with the SEC. And then at the same time, for me, I say the timing of it occurring. Remember, I'm the guy who focuses on the charts, right? This is where I'm living and breathing every day. And we get it to happen right here. How optimistic this makes me moving forward. That we're carrying forward now with that XRP as a digital token is not in itself in a contract or a transaction or a scheme, and that embodies the Howey requirements. So XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. So we get to move forward with this. We complete 821 days of this, and now we get to go. I want to just drop an F-bomb for just celebration's sake, but I don't do that on here. But I would. But I'm not. All right, Grumpy Old Man, thank you very much. Said, how you like them apples, Gary Gensler? In your face. Kale says, is there anything going on with Uphold? Thank you guys for the super chats. I want you to all know I'm very grateful for you, but I'm going to try to save time too. And there's 8,000 people in here. I'm going to try to avoid all the thank yous, and I appreciate it. But just, I do. I'm very grateful. Thank you very, very, very much. But I'm going to try to get through them quick because there's so many people in here. You guys were incredible in here. Texas Takeover says, who's cutting onions? The Mighty Mustache says, Uphold is broken at the moment. That Uphold's broken. Gary Benchler, play XRP, pump it up on YouTube. Meme live, please. I can't play music on the YouTube channel or on stuff. I get hit with copyright. I can only do the It's Wednesdays. It is Thursday. There you go. 8,000 people, dude. What the heck was that? Jeremy tweeted. Let's go get it. We'll get back to super chats in a second. Jeremy tweeted. Got busy with the frog. Oh, did he delete his tweet? No, there it is. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Wow, congratulations to you, my friends. What I see from a first read-through, Judge Torres ended up splitting the baby. Yes, she finds the sales in which the buyers bought XRP directly from Ripple were sales of securities. That amount is alleged to be $728 million. She finds that the programmatic sales do not satisfy the third prong of Howey, no reasonable expectation of profit. Congratulations to you 75,000 XRP holders in Deaton. That's about $757 million worth. Ripple wins that. She finds other sales were not really sales, and don't meet the first prong of Howey. That's about $600 million. Ripple wins. She does not adopt the investment contracts require a contract test, although in a weird way she does. Ripple loses that. She does not allow the fair notice defense to proceed to trial. Ripple loses. As expected, the individual defendants' issues will go to trial. She does not address secondary market sales, but per this order, most of the XRP out in the world are not securities. And so, with a fungible token, it's not logically possible that any one XRP token is inherently a security. Therefore, secondary market sales are not unlawful sales. Tell me you disagree. Next page is last, I promise. In conclusions, congratulations to you. Ripple will appeal, probably, but it will absolutely survive. This is what I love about the law. The judge arrived about where we thought and hoped, but she took a different route than expected. Thanks for going on this journey with me. Jeremy's been amazing, hasn't he? There we go, guys. Here we go. XRP still sits above 60 cents, so very good. The question is whether or not we'll continue getting more pumping from this news. Again, I thought this has been all been technical, and this was the technical escape of Wyckoff, right? But we can have sign of strength built in here. We'll see if more comes out soon from Stuart Alderati, or if there's going to be a little bit more settlement. I'm curious what grounds the SEC has lost in all of this. Like, what power have they lost from this ruling? That'll be kind of interesting in the coming weeks. So probably the things to keep an eye on are, just how it's going to apply to other tokens or other coins in the crypto market, right? Who's going to be in trouble now? Who's not in trouble? That's going to be kind of the analysis going forward, I would think. So, all right. Gary Benchler, pump it up. Richless, institutional sales, securities is good for us. Again, like I said, guys, thank you all so much for the super chats. I'm just going to get through them to respect so many people in here, but just know how much I appreciate it. But I'm going to avoid saying thank you, and I appreciate it on each of these. I'm just going to read the name and go through them. John DeGene, member for 22 months. When relisting on exchanges, right? That's the big question. Sheldon Albertson says, thanks again, BCV, for staying active and keeping the analysis going throughout the past several years. Feeling good to have been here and held this long. Sheldon, thank you very much. Oscar Hernandez, LFG, hit the like for the great live of all time. Thank you. Sean Stack, BCB, just go to the last page of the summary page. I think we've already kind of go through that. Jazz D, do you really think this is the moment to take off? Could it be a trap? Do you think this is it? Well, I think we're just kind of doing technical stuff. This was the exit velocity we needed for the range. Now probably accumulation and go. But remember, we don't just talk about XRP on this channel, right? It's the most unsexy opinion that I have, that we're super tied to the rest of the market. That this summary judgment just so happened to wait until time aligned up properly for the whole cryptocurrency market. Take from that what you will. 7,700 people tuning in here probably thinking I'm a nut job. But a lot of you have seen that content from me, that these things happen kind of at the right times. And there you go. You really got to witness that one live right there. Kind of changes your perception on things a little bit. What can you make from it? Can you prove anything? No, I can't prove a damn thing. Right? So... do you think this is the moment to take off? Do you think it could be a trap? Magical Unicorn Fairy Dust, is this happening on the DXY breakdown? Geez, yes. Terrence, thank you. Ottawa Frank, thank you, Jazz D. Terrence Rafferty, roses are red, violets are blue. Ah, heck, XRP is not a security. Hall, featuring Wick859, we did it, it's over. Peter Pan says that means XRP can be utilized by institutions without the cloud of the SEC above XRP. That's the better news. Brad Garlinghouse stated in an interview one time about how he liked Thursdays. I have looked to every Thursday for a ruling, and today is it. Cue this. Yes. John Sugar, thank you very much. Cue this. Thank you. Peter Pan, thank you. Andy Krapik says, let's friggin' go. Ant Krapik. Amrin Jeffrey, BCB, let out those emotions, my guy. You deserve it. Everybody take in the moment. Pretty crazy, right? Big D, putting in my 2-week notice. No, don't anybody do that. Don't anybody do that yet. We'll get there, but not yet. Crowley's, I hope we'll get there. Don't do that. Crowley's, new member, thank you. And Big D, thank you. Aiton, so moon is today, question mark. Terrence Rafferty, XRP community, rocket. David Baracaldo, new member, welcome. Skeleton, member, 4 months. I feel like a semi-truck has been lifted off of my back. Grippy Sock says, we are not crazy. Oscar Hernandez, it has been a pleasure to be on here. History. Sebastian Albers, new member. B says, give us some frogs, please. It's Thursday, my dude. Daniel Pressier, thank you very much. Chris, gifted 5 blockchain backer memberships, and I see it. We're going to get to it. There's somebody gave a ton of them. A guy with, thank you, Chris, a guy with 3 first names. What is your name? Like Chris, Brian? I don't know. What are some dude last names? Sebastian, thank you. He says June 13th, henceforth XRP day. It's July 13th. It's July 13th. Sebastian Alvarez, BCB. No one deserves the news more than you. Thank you for countless hours of dedication the past few years. Let's go. Another Sebastian. Sebastian Alvarez, thank you very much. Pi. Woof. We finally made it, guys. Capital B, 1 month. Thank you. Wigman Pool, BC. You kept me sane since you had 2,000 subs. Thank you for being you. Let's hope I can retire soon. Ari Mondugno says, you did it, BCB. Congrats. I lost it. I did it. I think Pi, did I miss you? I might have missed you, Pi. Thank you. We finally made it, guys. Ari says, Magdugno, he said you deserve it. Ari Magdugno. Why is that so hard to say? You did it, BCB. Congrats. Oscar Hernandez says, blockchain trucker, New York City. It was your time. Yeah, I got a message from him. He says whew, yeah, it's an emotional day. If you're feeling emotional today, it's understood. This has been a long ride just to at least get some validation today. Joseph Wiley, remember that BCB has had our back since the case started. Whenever we needed reassurance. Who is going to name their baby girl Annalisa? What? Thank you, Joseph. 702. CryptKO says, GFY Gary. Carl Affable, new member. Thank you. Board Type Crow. Super chat. How's it going? Love Child, new member. Oscar Hernandez, a dominance chart. Joseph Wiley, save the F-bomb for $10. That's a good idea. Zachary Dix says, I can't wait for that next green candle. So you could tell your daughter about it. I know. Big Shroom says, Tom Emmer waiting to make Ripple ruling the basis for law. Michael J. Love, Jeremy Hogan tweeted, yeah, we already went through that. We went through the tweet. Hey, BCB, from Allison. It says, hey, BCB, thanks for everything you did for us. It's been a journey. Do you think that a real pump can't happen until exchanges start relisting? Also, please remind us of your take profit strategy and targets. We'll have to go through that stuff again another time. But as for exchanges, I don't know when they're going to relist. I don't know what's going on in their boardrooms right now for all that kind of stuff. Again, like, I look at charts. This is the thing that I focus on, right? The timing of this aligned wonderfully. It's beautiful. We went through 821 days of this together. This thing came to a conclusion at 825 days. It just so happens to show up 4 days before the end of it. I don't know what the narratives will be. We'll have to see. Give it some time to look around. Obviously when this happened, went live to celebrate together. But there's a lot of research to do and a lot of things to read about and see what's going on. Eric, when's the beach party? And let me put this back on the screen too for those who are just tuning in who can see it. XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, transaction, or a scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. I think that's our big statement that was made in here. Eric says, when beach party? I think what did we say it had to get to? $8 for a beach party? Lucas Hill, thanks so much, BCB. Trade Professionals UK. I've been with you since before the lawsuit. Yeah. I mean, C19 too, guys. Like, for those who weren't here during the lawsuit getting dropped, we had already gone through C19. So we had just gone through C19 and watched the price plunge to like 11 cents. And then we finally rallied back from it to like 75 cents. And then we got hit with the lawsuit while Bitcoin broke out into a new all-time high and Ethereum went. It was just unbelievable emotional devastation. Mr. Q, member for 3 months. BCB, you had it at XRP. Many thanks for everything. We love you. I'm so emotional right now. Sean Stack, Sigaro, and Tony, let's go buy matching Lambos. Trade Professionals, thanks for all you do. You're the man. Jonas Fugalis, BCB, are you still selling at 8? Nothing changes for me, regardless of a narrative. Whenever we get there, I just do what I do. But I feel like I missed something because it says there's 131 new members. Something tells me somebody gifted a silly amount, and I'm missing who these people were that gifted these massive amounts. I see Chris gifted 5. That's all I see. Who gave out the massive ones? I might have to pull that up later, but obviously there's 131. I don't think 131 people became members. Pi gave 50 and Pat gave 50. Guys, unreal. Thank you. It's not in my list, but I can see it on the screen that somebody did it. Thank you guys so much. And if I missed you today, I do want you to know I didn't intend to do that. You can see how many people are in here. Usually we have about 15 to 1,800 people in the live stream at once. It's obviously a lot more, so it's a lot more busy, and I'm just trying to keep up with all of it. It's an exciting day. XRP at 60 cents. We're at the highest price we've seen in a year and 2 months. And now comes the time of kind of soaking that in, taking that in, that we have just broken higher than the price we have seen in a long time, since before Luna collapsed. And we just got XRP as a digital token. Is not in itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the higher requirements of an investment contract. Just a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy my day. FinTech says, why are we pumping? Is there any news? And we have now completed our accumulation schematic, everybody. So you could kind of look at this one too, right? You see it, like once we left it, it got above the accumulation schematic, right? Like there was this price surge above it, but it still had to settle, right? So, you know me, I'm the guy looking at the chart, trying to do the technicals here. We got the break, but even pausing and consolidating after the amazing news would be okay. But man, if you can't be happy for that, man, I don't know. I am thrilled. I am thrilled. Yes. Oh my gosh. For me, it's not just the case. Of course it's the case. It's been 2.5 years. This has been overhanging on my life, like everybody else. Keeping the branding of my channel the same. I know that sounds silly. Keeping the XRP logo on my hat and just, you're staying with it. It's been a long ride to get to here. And it almost doesn't feel real. It's like once I get off this computer and I go kind of sit down on the couch and assess what has happened here, it's going to be a world to take in. Cynthia G says, thanks for the ride, BCB. Boston says, thank you for all of your hard work. Thank you very much. Gatto, Azul, a new member, and .com says, I've been with you for years, BCB. Thanks for staying with us on this ride this whole time. Bought my first XRP in 2017. Come on, Coinbase, LFG. Thank you very much. And Philip, man, thank you. Says LFG fam, see you at the party. And then Gillian, new member. What a ride, guys. What a ride. So XRP sits at 59.60 cents right now. What a celebration. I'm going to not try to keep this thing too long. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up right now. What a day. Brandon Hammond says, thank you, BCB. Winton Parker says, yes, sir. Thanks for setting up this emotional moon. What a day. All right, guys. We've made it. Obviously, tomorrow we'll have a lot to talk about. We'll let a lot of stuff come out, and we'll start getting some more information and tie it all together. But congratulations, everybody. We went through it together. It's been a terrible ride to go through that together, but we did it. We did it together. And I think that's what made XRP Las Vegas so special. I know not everybody was there, but it's what made it so special to be there because it was something we were all going through together. And a lot of you show up every single day. You watch the videos every day. You come to the live streams every day. And we've just been going through it together. Today, a little bit of validation. And not only that, the exciting thing is it showed up at the right time on the chart. And I think that's just thrilling in itself. And that's the thing I'm thrilled about. I cannot express how thrilling that is to me. So, okay. BW Nasty says, think we'll retrace from here. Entry. I'm not going to do trading guesses right here, right now, on what the short-term price action is going to do. TDP says, great work, backer. Here's to sticking to your guns over the years. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, TDP. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. I don't think there's going to be a video put out today just because of how things are going. Maybe there will. I don't know. But if you're looking for something to do, of course, check out my website over here, bcbacker.com. 40 videos, 11 hours of content. Yeah. All right. What a day. What a freaking day. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Beetlejuice, thank you. If you could, please like this live stream and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice, and I am not an investment advisor. What is it? This is not financial advice, and I am not an investment. This is not investment advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Boom. Have a good one.